and welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and we are back on Silverrun Forest. The roller coaster is still working through all of the stuff that we have delivered to it. We've got over 300,000 in the bank, so I think we probably want to start looking at some more productions. I don't know how much these cost. But we could certainly do, I think, possibly, we're going to need the furniture factory, we're going to need the barrel factory, we're going to need the art accessory factory, and we're going to need the shingle factory. So we need to start looking at buying up some of those. I think furniture factory might be the next one we need, either that or the shingle factory. But in the meantime, we have this large area of scrubland where we have cut a lot of trees down. So what I want to do today, I think, is clear a lot of this area out. We want to try and put some grass down and start making, start possibly looking to get some sheep in into this area. Also, I'm very much thinking about buying the boatyard. We'll go and have a look at that a bit later, but we could make a lot of money with our excess wood if we start building boats as well. So I think we might start looking at that today too. So we'll start off with that. I want to take a vehicle down there. I think we will take, we're not going to take the Unimog. We're going to take our little tractor here and just pop down to the boatyard. And just see how much that costs. I think while we are at a point where so much is being processed through our train, not through our train, through our roller coaster, and we don't know what stage we need to do next. I think we very much need to try and keep the money flowing, keep stuff coming in, and doing boats is something that will allow us to build things. So how much is this going to be down here? Keep an eye out for the traffic, and yeah, there we are. And I have a feeling there's a fair amount of stuff that we would need. Yeah, it requires planks, metal, and floor tiles. I think, yeah. And we've got some wood beams stored here. To buy the boatyard would cost us 125,000. So not a massive amount of money. And we could start building boats. And boats would be worth quite a bit of cash to us. So, yeah, I think we're going to start on the boatyard and start doing that. So 125,000, yes, we will purchase this. It's a pity that we don't have any wood. We sold everything last time, but we can start cracking on with that and start building up a boat. So I think we want to do that, and I think we want to get our scrubland cleared, and we want to get some more wood in. I have an idea, and there's something that a lot of people have suggested I do, and it's basically, let's use our winch and just drag a tree. We have one big tree that we can't cut with our mower, or not with our mower, with our tree harvester. So what I'm gonna do is park this here the wrong way round, and we're gonna go with this and try and get this tree here, which is too big, and just drag it into the sawmill if we can. Now, this tractor here is the wrong way. I also want to start looking at a yard. I think we might go and build a yard on here as well, down the bottom. We've had our equipment just hanging around outside for a while. Right, so that's out of the way. Let's go cut this tree down. We do have a load of metal that we can take to the shipyard, so that will be useful. But I want to get this tree cut down. And then we're going to try and drag this to our sawmill, which is a little bit of a quicker way of getting stuff done. There we go. Right. let's hook this up, see if we can pull it along. Now, I should only have to get the very tip of this in. We have got some rocks kicking around here. And got the wrong bit selected. That's that. Right. And this is why we got the winch on the back, in case we want to drag trees anywhere. So I can remember which, yeah, there it is. And then connect that. And R is put it back. So X is to get it out. Let's bring up the help menu. So pull winch rope is R. Yeah, okay. Attach winch rope is B. Okay. Right. Let's see if we can drag this tree back to our our stuff over here. Yeah, we can. Oh, we could. Don't know what that's got stuck on. But that doesn't seem to want to move anymore. Let's cut the branches off so that we can see what's going on. Easiest way to delimb a tree is like this. Turn your chainsaw sideways and run along the length. Right, there we go. Now, is this going to pull that? No, I think this tree is too heavy. So I'm going to cut it in the middle, like so. And we should be able then to just pull this in. Oh, it disconnected it. So let's try again. There. Attach that. Right. And away we go. So yeah, this into one, and then we'll pull the other into the other one. And it's a nice, quick way of getting trees in. It's not awful. So how much did we put in here? We just put in just 2,000. Yeah, 2,400 liters was in that. Let's see how much the other one is into the other one. Right, let's hook this up. This. Get so many comments telling me to just get the wood in this way. And it definitely seems to have been a weight issue previously. That into here. And we currently have nothing in here. And that was about half. So I'm quite pleased with that. So we want to be producing everything. Activate all of these then. Perfect. And activate all of these. So that those are all running. And we've got a decent amount of wood chips. What time of year is it? February. I'm guessing wood chips might have hit best price. Wood chips. Best price. Yes, January is best price. We could go and sell all of our wood chips now and make more money, or we could hold on to them. We have so much money in metal at the moment. I think we might want to go and get that to the right place. First, though, I'm going to mark out the area that we've got for our other item. So we'll lift that up, go to there, and then we're going to start to clear this scrubland and see what we can build. I think we probably want to build a train station here too. We have a lot of smaller trees hanging around in this area, way more than I thought we would. It's quite interesting how much there really is that we could still cut down and do in this area. And I think what I might do is concentrate on a smaller area and get that cleared and then move over this way, because the amount of stuff still kicking around, especially over this side, is actually quite large. And while I want to make this a nice big area for us to be able to work in, At the moment, there just are too many trees and too many bits and pieces left. So I think I want to go through and I want to cut down all of the trees that are in this section. And then we can go from there. So I'm going to divide it into a few sections and we will go from there. We'll go and clear this first area that seems to have a decent amount of smaller trees left in it, and then we can go from there. So I'm going to divide it up into an area that has well, basically we're going to deal with this area here, and I'm going to go through and cut a load of trees. So let's turn this off. And if we cut these down, most of these, if not all of these, we should be able to pick up with our hands, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, so all of these are quite light. So I'm going to cut down all these small trees. We'll pile them up in here. And then we'll go from there. That has not a lot. I don't think any of these are going to have a huge amount of wood in them. But they're going to add up. That's the thing. And anything like this bigger one here, we'll be able to just drag that over and get that in. That has not taken me long at all to clear a sizable number of small trees around here. One thing I am kind of wondering is if we could load all these onto a trailer or something. It's going to be quite a bit of walking back and forth, doing all this and catching them on things. I mean, I need to clear that bit out as well. There's a few larger ones here that we won't be able to pick up. But mostly, I think we've got a decent setup here for number of trees. So we're just going to grab them and dump them. There's a couple here I'm going to have to use the winch on because that one there is too big. And then there's one lying down here somewhere. Yeah, this one here is too big as well. But most of them we should be able to grab by hand and just load up. We already have some planks and some beams and some boards output, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah. This will help us along with the boat, and we should, with any luck, be able to make a decent amount of money. I think for the boat, though, again, I need other things. I think I need some furniture. I think I need fabric. I definitely need fabric for the boat because we need fabric for the sails. So, yeah, the sooner we get some sheep producing some wool and get that into our own fabric factory, the better. I'm having to search through here by looking for little bits of green that are sticking up. We've got quite a few up here. So I'm going to grab the tractor and the logging trailer and we'll load them all into there. Yeah, there's not that many left. And then we've got some bigger ones over this way that need dealing with as well. Those we will have to drag over and get them done. This is going fairly well. That has absolutely nothing to it. Yeah, that had like 50 liters. Right, let's get this started then, and we'll take this over. We'll load up the others and get them back, and that way I won't have to keep doing all the walking I'm doing at the moment. Actually, look at that. There's really quite a few down here. So grab these. I am not using super strength. These are all just really small, really light trees. As a result, they are yeah, very easy to move about, and we don't have to worry about it. I want to move this as far up here as I can. Yeah, we're gonna have branches and all hanging around, but that's okay. My biggest problem is I can only pick them up really close, so that makes it fairly difficult to see where I am in regards to getting them on the trailer. That then makes things that much more difficult. And I'm trying to slot them in. Fine there, though. Yeah, we'll get these loaded up. One thing I will say about doing this way is it's very difficult to see where you're putting anything. They are all really, really pushy. I'm trying to have to judge by the sound of the tractor at the moment as to exactly where I'm putting this, and then trying to slot it in, and then hoping that I've got it in straight. Can't see it sticking out this side. Is it sticking out the other side? No. I think that's good. How many more have we got? I think I see 2 more. I think we had 1 over here. Yep. And then 1 over there, plus a few larger ones. So just clear those up and then we'll be good. That just looks like I got a giant bush on the back of that. Let's lock them all down like so. Right. Oh, I think I see 2, 3 more. Wow. I do have a whole load more trees than I realized here. And they do tend to hide in amongst these bushes. So get the last of these loaded up. I'm not sure what angle this is anymore. This does just look like a giant tree on the back of here, even though there's probably a dozen in there at this point. Right, let's see how much wood this adds to the sawmill. I don't think it's going to be as much as you would think. So if we bring this in here like so. Right, how much have we got in here at the moment? We have no wood in this production at the moment. Let's see how much we get. 2,000. Wow, that was as much as a single tree that we just pulled into here. So we have a couple of heavier bits now. I'm going to use the winch to pull those in, and then we can get back to clearing this area. We have cleared quite a sizable area here, so I'm really pleased with how much space we've got. Net that up, right, and lift that. Drag this into the other one. Again, this is not going to be a huge amount. You can see how light it is on the back of here. Yeah, and that's given us 500 liters. Okay, not bad. So 5 of those would give us as much as the other trees had, or the other ones had, and yeah, should be able to do that. Right, a few kicking around here as well. The great thing about this is we will get rid of all of the stumps as we're clearing this area and getting it ready to resow with grass. We will be able to do this next month as well, so that'll be good. Our initial grass sowing should be able to be done at the beginning of next month as we get into spring. We can't quite reach it there. Let's pull these in together a bit. Right, okay, there to there. Get more than one of these. And away we go. I think these might be my last 2 bits of wood. So we'll just pull these into here. Both are quite hefty. And like that. We're up to 3,112 litres. Perfect. So that should be enough for us to get started on our boat. And in the meantime, I'm going to go around and we'll start clearing this area out. This is probably going to take a little while, but should be quite good. I might end up seeing if we can get something a bit bigger. I don't think there's a mulcher we can get that will have the same effect as this, unfortunately. That is bigger. I think basically we would have to plow this in. So we've got a fair amount of horsepower with this. We might be able to stick a plow on this or a ripper on this and get a lot of this done. Horsepower on this is 214, and a probably something along the lines of, well, we'll have a look in here on the plows. There's nothing in the plows. In the subsoilers, yeah, yeah, there's nothing massively better than this. I think we're better off just keeping going with this and clearing things out. And then the advantage of this, of course, as well, is that we have we're able to get rid of the stumps at the same time too. So the remaining trees we've got are not overly large, so should be able to get the mulch in on them and take them out. I think normally we can do that. There we go, and then that will just mulch through that as well. And yeah, look, there we go, we've got a stump, and then we should be able to mulch the tree as well. We lift up. If not, we'll just push it out of the way with that. Come back to it later. Yeah, this is a cracking piece of kit. Although we also have a bit of another bit of kit in the way. So we'll come with that out of the way in a bit. We've got the we've got some rocks to remove as well. So there's still stuff to do in this area, even with what we're doing now. The amount of time this is taking, I think our best bet might be to see if we can get hold of a ripper for next time. And for now, I'm just going to go through, find as many stumps as possible and clear them out. So if we come up here, yeah, you can see this here. Also, we're getting a little bit low on fuel with this, which is the other reason I'm going, let's go concentrate on the stumps. And then we can just get the rest of this area done with something a little bit more heavy duty. That'll also give us a chance to get rid of all of the rocks too, because we have a considerable number of rocks around here that also need clearing out, as I said a minute ago. We are into the red with this, so I can't leave this any longer. We do need to go and refill this. We need to get our own fuel tank. I mean, we're not far from the fuel station here, but I do have to sort of pop across the road and go and refuel every so often. It's not that far. Do you wish there was a dropped curve over here? I talked about this last time. The fact that there are no dropped curves is a little bit weird. Right, refuel this. And I think what I'll do is I will keep going. I will get the we'll get all of the stumps cleared out, and then that means next Friday, what we'll be able to do is get a larger probably ripper of some description in there, get the rest of this cleared out, and we will then be ready to get some grass down. For now, then, I'll leave this here, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and drop us a comment. A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members whose names are on screen now. Your support makes these videos possible. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the recommended video below, or subscribe and help us on the road to 50,000 subscribers. And I will see you next time.